hello my baby, hello my honey. Oh, sorry, we are live. Today I will talk about one of the biggest mistake in business in 2020. Yeah, about the biggest business mistakes in 2020, and this is the place for intro. Actually, you know that I don't have intro and this is live, so there is no opportunity for editing, so please bear with me. Bear with me because of my English. I'm not native English speaker, but my mission is to motivate and motivate foreigners and not English speakers to spread their message and make their online businesses. So I'm doing by example. My name is Milan Stanik and I'm the part of, I'm member of One Funnel Away Challenge, and I'm gathering information from that course and sharing with you. And what I'm actually doing in this video, this is combination of what I learned in the course and from my previous life. So we start about one of the biggest business mistakes. That is, my friends, if you want to do everything by yourself. This is, I don't know how, but a lot of people who are entrepreneurs all their lives, when they start online business, they actually start to make this mistake. For example, I am an entrepreneur all my life, offline entrepreneur, brick and mortar business. Literally, I had construction company and we built houses. And can you imagine if I, for example, how stupid is that you try to do everything by yourself? Can you imagine that? I make a deal with my investor, and after that I try to build whole house by myself, by layering the bricks, by woodworking, by making pipelines, making electricity, making flooring. Can you imagine that? This is stupid. This is insane, actually insane, if you make it in that way. But me personally, when I came into internet world, online world, I don't know why, but I forget that part of my business way of thinking. I start to do everything by myself. This is insane. When I need some design, I said, okay, I need design. Okay, I will go to YouTube and I will learn about Photoshop. And there is hundreds of hours when I'm learning and trying, and after that, actually, I can do something of Photoshop. But can you really think that I'm better than someone who actually work in Photoshop daily for the last 10 years? Actually, if you put on in that perspective, you see how insane it is to try everything to do by yourself. Okay, maybe some of you will tell me, okay, Milan, but I don't have money for it. In the beginning, you should do that. If you don't have enough funds enough budget for hiring some to do it for you, but you have to you have to have in your mind that it doesn't matter what and how something should be done. It's much more important that you know who can do that instead of you. And if you don't have a budget, this is the first thing where I think you should invest your money. Because for example, Fiverr, you have a lot of services very, very cheap. And actually, I think that is switch in your head. Notice that their services is not so expensive. I think that is switch in your head, in our head, because I had a problem that still have in some situations. But when you realize that when someone, your outsource, working on your task, and you are free to think about cash flow, about leads, lead generation, about marketing, about sales messages, this is much more important than your design of your thumbnail or editing or your video. Actually, you see that you can have some kind of content without editing. I'm doing this live not because I'm lazy, but because of, for me, it's because I'm not native speaker. It's very hard to do it live because I don't have enough words in some situations. I make mistakes in tenses. I make a lot of mistakes when I'm talking, but I'm exercise because I don't want to outsource my video presentation, because I want to build my brand, okay? Not brand some guy from Fiverr with the voiceover of my PowerPoint presentation. But this is actually, maybe I look stupid to you. Actually, I look stupid to myself, so don't bother. But it doesn't matter. We can go on. For me, it was a big one moment of big eye-opening when I realized that I made one of the biggest mistakes, and actually that is a mistake that I was trying to do everything by myself. This is totally insane, and please don't do it. Actually, the lesson in the course was, it doesn't matter how, it's much more important who can do the job. It doesn't matter how, it's much more important who. And that means that it doesn't matter how you can or you should do something. It's much more important who do you know that can do that particular task better than you. For example, you will try to do Facebook advertising or YouTube advertising, and first you should learn how to do that, and after that you hope that you will do that better than someone who actually doing that for a year or 2 years or 10 years. And this is why I'm said it's totally insane when you try to do it by yourself. Okay, I don't want to repeat, but I'm hammering because that was eye-opening moment for me. I can't do it everything by myself. Okay, I have to outsource it. And please do this. Try with the, for example, thumbnails for your video, or editing for your video, or I don't know. Actually, you can. I have to outsource. I have to outsource writings, because can you imagine if I have that kind of this English? I would like to edit here, but I don't have opportunity for that, and I will leave it. I will leave that. I can, for example, finish this live and try it again, start all over, but I will not. Sorry, I will not. I know that I look stupid, but I embrace the pain of growth. Okay, so don't make the biggest mistakes in 2020. Actually, this is some kind of trick, because YouTube algorithm will positioning better if I have 2020, because it's look like new. This is actually new content, but this is for YouTube algorithm, and this is evergreen content. And if you make that mistake 100 years ago or 100 years in the future, this is the same mistake. So guys, I hope that you get some value from this video, and if that's so, please subscribe. And because as you see, I'm starting from scratch, and I will be very persistent in creating and publishing, because my mentor told me, and if I choose that guy to be my mentor, I believe in him, and he's Russell Brunson, and he's marketing genius, and I believe in every word he talks and he teaches us. So I'm publishing, and I'm share with you what I'm learning there, and what I'm about to learn, and documenting my journey. I'm a little bit tired, and that was I'm not so concentrated. I can't be, because I'm so tired. I didn't sleep well, and I sleep only for a few hours. So please bear with me, forgive me if I'm not on the highest level. And I hope that I believe that will be better in the future. Actually, this is very hard for me, because I have problem to express myself, to tell you, to share with you. But I hope that these mistakes, what I'm making right now, will help not native speakers, foreigners, to go out and spread their message. Because okay, my English is not so good, or actually maybe it's bad, but if you hear that one thing, outsource everything that you don't want to like or shouldn't do, that's actually the value, and that can help you to build your business much better than without knowing that mistake. I'm so tired, sorry, and I will finish here, and I hope that tomorrow will be better.